Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in the series between Rudan versus HLA. Rudan spawning as the red knight elf on the top right hand side of the map. If you guys want to take a look, he is off over here. Meanwhile, HLA spawning as the yellow undead. Now, game 1 on Nomad Isle 1.2 did look a little bit one-sided, I gotta admit. HLA seemed to have a firm control and firm grasp of every situation and never really let down, just flooring it the entire time, making sure that Rudan didn't have much of an opportunity. Now, let's see what's going to be happening here in game 2. Hard grid, I don't know if he meant hard grid or just a hard map. If anyone wants to ask Rudan for me, if you happen to know Rudan, yeah, ask him what that means, as Rudan is setting up an Ancient of War here and will be Ancient of War creeping out this 5-3-3 creep camp. Meanwhile, it looks like HLA is doing a very similar build. Once more, you can see the Tomb of Relics, the Altar of Darkness right there, and the Altar of Darkness is a little bit delayed. That Altar of Darkness being delayed means he will be able to get a little bit more ghouls out onto the field, or he could try to go for some sort of crazy tavern hero, which I would be extremely surprised by, just because that Death Knight is so strong in the matchup. Now, Ancient of War is still training up an archer. We are 30 seconds away from the 2-minute mark, when is generally all the action of the game really starts to take place. As HLA now training up that Death Knight, he will be a bit delayed, and the question is whether or not he's gonna try and go for his opponent, or if he's just going to do some creeping by himself. You can see that there is a ghoul down over here, and I did not know this, but the ghoul actually almost does the same amount of damage to as the Moonwell regenerates. However, that Moonwell would just get cancelled at the very last moment there, as Rudan now running away with this Wisp. The Wisp is fairly fast here, and this is interesting. All of these Wisp are generally low on hit points. If I actually wish I could actually click on them to see how many hit points they have, but this is a way for Rudan to make sure that his Wisps don't get taken out. Meanwhile, Ancient of War sitting at 20 over, or Ancient of War sitting at 200 some odd hit points, now down to 176. It will perhaps eat a tree, replenish its cell count, and just slowly regenerate those hit points so that it doesn't get just taken down by a couple of random ghouls who happen to surround it. Now, archers are being trained up as well. Rudan does look to be much stronger. You can see that he's sitting at level 2 with Gloves of Haste. Meanwhile, the Death Knight's going to run off to the north, perhaps looking for a dead sheep. There's the dead sheep. And now attacking with skeletal minions. Conservation of mass for all of you, not theoretical physicists, but well, anyone who lives in the real world knows that that can never happen, but in the world of Warcraft, yes, a sheep can turn into 2 skeletons with swords and shields. All right, coming back around, you can see that the archer is now backing off over here. You can see also the archers are going after this Death Knight, and they were trying to get a good surround onto that Death Knight here. The Death Knight really is looking to delay any sort of creeping. The skeletal minions were quickly detonated, as now we see a chain of ghouls running out across the map. We are going into Tree of Ages already. That's going to be a little bit of bad news. The Death Knight and the Demon Hunters hiding off over here, going to pick up perhaps a staff of, no, Boots of Speed, no Staff of Teleportation, and now may get some easy shots off onto some of these lower hit point ghouls. The ghouls are going to be following a Death Knight who has Unholy Aura. Unholy Aura does make that unit slightly faster here, and this is sparse. This is a problem. HLA now going to lose a Moonwell, or going after the Moonwell here. The Wisp are looking to repair now, as the archers are trying to get away. So many archers, or so many ghouls, and the ghoul, oh, the archer's able to slip through right there. However, the ghouls are slightly faster, and the archer's now swinging off to the north again, and then slips through again. This has been a big surprise. Oh, and that archer thought that she had enough room, but no, could not squeeze through there. Inappropriate joke about weight loss. Would have been so easy, but no, I will not. Anyways, Demon Hunter now making their way back over here. Gonna go after these ghouls. The archer's now trying to pull back here, and the Demon Hunter has been surrounded. Immolation Aura has been used, and that Immolation Aura gonna deal so much damage to those units. All right, the ghoul is low on hit points. There goes some of the units, and the Immolation Aura has burned its way through. Archers now need to back out and get away in a hurry. Death Knight does have Dust of Appearance. Don't leave home without it. As we are now looking at the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter has to be extremely careful, and gets surrounded again for the second time, but he does have Immolation Aura again, and he's going after the skeletal minions, has taken them all down, and now it's a Death Knight versus a Demon Hunter, and the Death Knight is rather low on hit points, but is going to deal more damage still. Archers are right there. HLA now on the run. The Demon Hunter has a higher damage by far, 26 to 48 damage, and averages around 37, I believe. 37, yeah, about 37 damage compared to the Death Knight's 30 damage average. And that little bit of difference, although it may not sound like much, is very, 21%, 22% difference in damage. And that is huge. All right, Rudan is the first to now tech and get, to get to tier 2 and get that Naga Sea Witch. Also, it looks as though he's going to go into an Ancient of Lore, not the Ancient of Wind, as the Death Knight, or the Demon Hunter, going after all of these units down over here. All right, what we're going to see is that the Red Drake is going to get attacked back now. The Naga Sea Witch doing a great job. The Demon Hunter now going after the Null Wardens. There is another archer coming down over here, but the Death Knight is just leading the charge. You can see that there's our Ancient of Lores here, and this base is looking pretty sparse. All right, going after those Ancient of Lores. Rudan can easily cancel these buildings, and we should be seeing a Scroll of Town portal here in just a moment. Naga Sea Witch does have, yes, Devotion Aura as he teleports back and coming back once again. All right, there we go. We are continuing the fight. Am I going to stream World Cyber Games? No, I'm not, unless they actually contact me, if you know anyone, or would like me to stream it and can get me replays or can get me in onto that side. I would love it. Anyways, the Death Knight, wow. The Death Knight just in a horrible position there, and teleported straight up on top of the Night Elf army, and I could not imagine a bigger change or a bigger flip in the script between games 1 and game 2. All right, let's take a look at this. Demon Hunter now wandering around. Going to be heading off to the 3 o'clock position. Rudan going to clear out this Ogre Warrior creep camp very, very easily. Rudan already sitting at level 2 with this Naga Sea Witch and hoping to get higher up as the Demon Hunter picks up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and also a Potion of Invisibility. All right. The Demon Hunter could be making its way in here in just a moment. You can see the Nerubian Tower does have slow effect. Oh, Lich could be in a world of hurt in just a moment. Is he going to try to steal some experience? The Lich does have 550 hit points though, and that Lich pretty much doesn't know what's just around the corner. All right, this Demon Hunter is right here. Is he going to try to mana burn out this Demon Hunter? Meanwhile, Ancient of War is going to go ahead and slowly eat some trees again, and the Naga Sea Witch now making its way off to the north, trying to get to level 3. I don't believe this level 3 Null Brute will give it level 3, as the Demon Hunter is still invisible for now. All right, going after that Ogre Warrior. Ogre Warrior will get taken down. Perhaps trying to pick up one of the items would be very nice. The Death Knight not using that Dust of Appearance, very smartly so though. As you can see that the Ogre Magi, is he going to get pickpocketed? This would be huge. And oh, yes, he does pickpocket the item. A huge, huge, huge steal there, as HLA also picks up a Naga Sea Witch at the same time. That was a huge shoplifting fiasco there, using the mana burn to take down the Ogre Magi, steal the experience, and now Potions of Invulnerability for everyone. All right, the Demon Hunter in trouble. You're going to use that Potion of Invulnerability now, has a Ring of Regeneration, will be very, very strong, and now going after the Naga Sea Witch, and there it goes. Naga Sea Witch is taken down. Demon Hunter decides to run around the backside, does not want to get involved in this fight here, but I got to admit, the Demon Hunter being forced to use that Potion of Invulnerability was actually favorable for HLA. HLA would much rather have a long Rudan would much rather have a long drawn out fight where the Demon Hunter is completely invulnerable than just use it as an escape mechanism. Apparently HLA is one of those Warcraft 3 players that doesn't like to read, even if it is on a Naga Sea Witch. Oh, what was that? A huge Staff of Preservation. I can't believe I saw that. That was wow, that was amazing. Oh, all right, yeah, I don't think, like, if I practiced that, I could maybe do that, where, like, hey, okay, ensnare my guy right now. Okay, now I'm gonna look good. Okay, let's take a look once more. Demon Hunter now backing off here. You can see that the Orb of Corruption hits that Demon Hunter, -4 armor. Now Death, what was that? A beautiful Death Coil. Another Staff of Preservation, saving another unit off to the north there. And we are just going to continue to see this fight. Ancient of War now going to absorb a whole bunch of damage. And that's exactly what the Ancient of War wants to do. And now the Roar is also going to be coming in here as well. All right, here you go. Druid of the Claw now continuing to engage. Going to take down some of these units. The Demon Hunter now looking to back off. It looks as though some of those ghouls are very low on hit points. And they are going to be able to continue to survive here. No destroyers yet for HLA, and that is going to be extremely bad as the Demon Hunter once again uses a potion of it, lesser invulnerability, I believe. It's got to be the lesser one. Naga Sea Witch did give up hers, and we are still continuing to fight, and that is going to be the game. Rudan easily taking game 2 in this series, and a complete reversal from game 1. Very well played by Rudan as we now go into a pivotal game 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.